Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Hannah Wallace and today I'm joined by Thomalla from ACI Worldwide. I'm going to be talking about the momentum of immediate payments. Paul, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
The infrastructure of immediate payments has come a long way in the last 12 months, especially with SAPA Instant coming online in November. But what can we expect in the next 12 months?
I think what we'll see is just about every region and every country around the world moving down this route. Most of them have already made announcements. A lot of them, as you've just said, are in plan and in train. The next stage of this, though, is to really try and say, well, hold on a second, what are we trying to do here? Why have we got all these other legacy schemes? Let's try and reduce them down. Because ultimately, what it's going to come down to is high value payments, so interbank and corporate to bank type payments, really high value things. Most of the corporate actual movement of money could go over the immediate payment rails, and all of the citizen-based schemes will probably condense into one, immediate payments. And that will be a huge saving for the bank. And the truth of the matter is, for all of the participation that's in the ecosystem, all the people who have to use these things will just probably have to use one scheme. When we get to that point, there'll be a huge saving in the industry, and by and large, citizens don't care which way it goes. They care about spending money to get a good. The rest of it, I don't really care what scheme it is. So a lot of change, and I think we'll see it become a lot simpler, high value and low value payments.
How can the payments industry move towards a more collaborative partnership approach?
I think there are different ways of looking at that. So the first way to look at it is to say, at an international point of view, how will the people that are running immediate payments in the US, in Singapore, in the UK, in Europe, how are they all going to work together? So ACI is fast moving down that route. We already have relationships with Vocalink here and TCH in the US, and we'll do more and more of those. And the reason for that is because at some point they want to be all interconnected, and we want to be able to be there to help them get interconnected, because it will be about immediate payment rails worldwide. The other way to look at it is, what are the relationships with the various stakeholders within a particular country, a citizen and a corporate? And most of the conversation right now is around a citizen. What does the citizen get out of it? But in fact, most of those models are well known, and we've seen here in the UK just how fast people have taken that up. But the other side of it is also true. As we talked about, the reduction of schemes, what are the corporates going to do? They want this stuff integrated into their ERP systems. They want to get a better handle on their intraday liquidity. There are many things that they want to do that immediate payments gives them because of two things. One, it makes it instant, obviously, but also it's going to be put forward in a digital, probably API way that will allow integration. So what you'll see is two different things. One at a truly international level, interconnecting all of the regions together, and the other one is looking after the end user stakeholders and delivering what they want in a digital way. And that's a byproduct, essentially, of immediate payments.
The change to immediate payments has speeded up. How can market participants adapt and prepare for future disruption?
Well, I think the thing is that we haven't got 10 years to do this as we might have done in the past. Here in the UK, we're essentially on our fourth iteration of faster payments, immediate payments, if you will. Around the world, by and large, it'll be their first entree into this. And the first thing about this is to say, okay, it's a technology and that's great. There's also a cultural aspect here. If you start to go down the immediate payments route, you are going down a digital route, and there's a cultural change that needs to happen inside of the institution to grasp it, make sure they understand it, and be able to offer a proposition back to their end customer. So putting the technology piece in arguably is the easiest step. Getting the cultural piece right is pretty hard. Or put it another way, people haven't really got very long to get a grip. So, in November, Europe is going to move to SEPA Inst. The US is already on its way. The rest of the world, it's on its way. You haven't really got a lot of time to get the technology in and get the culture right as well. So the time is now. For those people who haven't actually started on this journey, arguably, they're late and very late. And that's a real problem. So my call to those people is to really understand it, understand the cultural change that it will bring, and get yourself ready to adopt the new world, because this is what it is. It will all be about the immediate payment rails.
Paul, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.